What I see is that out there they tend to gravitate towards things, right? Oh, I can't get off the streets because I don't have an ID. But we're missing the whole underlying idea, right? Like, you've got addiction, you've got mental health, you have trauma, you have these things that we need to address. While you're doing that, we'll get you your IDs, right? If I handed every single person on the streets an ID right now, how many would be off the streets tonight? None. So it's not the problem, you know what I mean? The problem is their coping mechanisms, their thinking, their thought processes, right? The things that have happened to them. How do we walk them through that? How do we engage them? Because they've been so disassociated for so long, right? The ID is important. It's a benchmark, 100%, right? It gives you a certain amount of pride. I have an ID. It makes you feel like you're a part of the community, 100%, right? But that's not the underlying issue, right? Like that's the Band-Aid on top.
A lot of people that we talked to down there, almost everybody that we talked to, only one had an ID, and the rest said, oh, I can't do anything, I have to stay here because without an ID I can't apply for housing and I can't take advantage of some of the state and government funded programs, and we can't, you know, legally take anything to the scrapyard and make money, and we can't, you know, get day jobs because nobody will let us work without ID. And they make it seem like that's the only thing that's keeping them down there.
Is that a roadblock in certain ways? 100%. Is that the thing that's keeping them down there? No, I don't believe so. That's just my opinion, right? Like, if I'm motivated and you offer me 90 days in treatment and you're gonna help me get a job, I'm gone.
So they don't need IDs to come here?
No, never. None of them have IDs.
So you'll get somebody a job
100%.
and give them a place to live
100%.
with no ID?
100%. Here's the deal. You're gonna go through 90 days of treatment. While you're in treatment, you're getting your ID. It doesn't matter if you're in Hawaii, whatever state you're in, we're getting it. It's a done deal. Like, that is the easiest part of the process. Birth certificate, we'll get your social. Social will take longer because it's by mail, but it's free, it's coming. You don't need a social security card to work. Your ID is easy, super easy. Birth certificate first, always birth certificate first, because you need that to get the ID, right? You need to get the other items, but it's easy. And while you're doing that, you're not paying anything for the 90 days. Everything is taken care of. After those 90 days, we put you in a sober living for 90 days. That's 180 days. You don't have to worry about paying a single bill.
Do you think a lot of them kind of like being down there?
I can't speak for everybody, right? Like, was there a period of time when I enjoyed being down there? Yes, I did, because I was out of control. I was able to do whatever I wanted to do and things were going well, right? But then eventually the time comes, right, where it wears out. And I don't know how to get out anymore. I don't know what to do, and I'm just lost. That's the trauma, right? That's my world has become this small. It's all I know. And everything starts to seem monumental, right? Then it's the ID. That's the reason why. It couldn't be that I can't get out, right? It's got to be the ID. It's got to be, I can't leave this dog, or I can't leave this friend, or this or that, right? Like, there's always a reason that's blocking them from coming out. But I can't tell you how many people have, like, just walked away from it all and come in and done it.
So you think they hold these roadblocks, you know, purposely in front of them to say, oh, I can't do this because I have this monumental issue that I have to work through, because deep down they enjoy the comfort and routine?
Whether it's enjoy or they're just used to, right? Like, I'm kind of cautious to use the word enjoy because it's just what they're used to. It's what they know. If it takes 21 days or whatever it is to develop a habit, and you've been out there for 10 years, it's ingrained. As miserable and as hellish as it looks to us from the outside, it's what they know.
Do you know Glenn?
I do.
Have you tried to help Glenn before?
100%. Glenn's never come out.
How come?
A lot of those guys in that particular tunnel are old timers. They've been out there for a long time. You know what I mean? So I think at some point you just accept it, right? And we're just still working on our way, trying to figure out how to crack that show. You know what I mean?
What is the way?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. There's one-off way, right? We just focus on kindness, and every time I talk to them, we make sure that we're sitting with them, we're meeting just like this, eye to eye. You know what I mean? I'm not standing over them and constantly looking for those little ways to get in. You know what I mean? Like, on my route, there's people that, like, when they see me, they come out with their fists up. They're like, come on, Rob, today's the day. Because they know I like to joke around. So they joke, we have this banter, right? That's been built up over years, right? My thing with them is, like, I tell them, like, you're gonna call me, right? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. You're always playing hard to get. You're never gonna call me, you know what I mean? Like, but I couldn't say that if I went to another route where they don't know me, I wouldn't say that, you know what I mean?